Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Truck. Its 10-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new nerd life and new nerd civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. So welcome to another episode of Over 40 and Unapologetically Nerdy. Hi, I'm your host, Felicia Baxter. I am in probably until Saturday, until this crazy weather clears up. It is snowing. I got a roaring fire going. There's nothing bad about any of this. I'm watching, or getting ready to watch, the 5th episode of Picard. What is this? Stardust City Rag. And I'm hoping they get to Free Cloud, Find Maddox, and my play boyfriend plays a big deal in this particular episode. My plan is to sip on my wine and a cocktail, watch Picard, have my feet kicked up. That means I'm going to have to go get my hasket and just enjoy the episode. You'll hear me comment and make comments every now and again. So thank you for joining me and enjoy the show. Also, spoiler alert, I'm going to be watching the episode while I'm recording. And so if you haven't actually seen the episode, you're going to be ticked off because I'm going to give out all spoilers. So just so you know. Welcome back to the episode. So before I restart, I plan on just taking short videos of this amazing fire and the fireplace and what I plan on, where I plan on sitting for this episode. This iPhone 11, I don't know how many of you guys have this, but I'm finding it is an amazing addition to my repertoire as far as electronics. So let's get back to watching this episode, shall we? Okay, so we flash back to our favorite Borg, or X-Borg, 7 of 9, to what looks like a smaller reclamation center. And 7 rolls up and kills the lab rats as they are dismantling what appears to be Borgs that don't look as bad as the original Borgs did. It's like they're Borg 2.0. And she rolls up on as they remove the eye implant of one of, I guess, a Starfleet drone. And he is dying and she wants to take him away, but it sounds like he begs her to kill him. And then she holds him and she takes out her disruptor and then she whispers, "My child." And I'm like, so did 7 of 9 help the Federation create these more humanistic drones? And then there's a subsection of people that are against it. So now they're trying to dismantle all of that? I don't get it. Then flash forward 14 years to 2 weeks ago at the Stardust Cafe. And that's where I left it before I actually paused it. So that was just the intro. That cafe, basically, unexpectedly, Bruce Maddox shows up after the Jat Vash, I'm sure, the Vat Josh, actually has liquidated his lab, and he evidently owes somebody else money, and this lady decides that she is going to poison him. There is no way in this crazy hell, if my lab just got liquidated, that I would trust anything from anybody. Definitely it would have been sketch for him to trust her and have a drink, because I would be thinking about, intrigue around every corner. And if the Romulans are after you, they will poison you. They have no problem poisoning you. So for Bruce Maddox to take that drink, what in the world was he thinking? But I'm hopeful she has some type of anecdote, because it's probably better for her, whoever she is. She's like a pretty Ferengi, I guess. But anyways, for her to actually keep him alive. But I suspect that there is going to be more action, because this episode is actually directed by Jonathan Frakes of Number One fame. So there you go. So here we go. So 7 of 9 likes her drinks. Well, there you go. Bourbon straight up. I ain't mad at her. Oh, so Girardi and Maddox were a couple. As she's watching a replay of a video of them after he baked some cookies. Cool. And also Rios has a thing for 7 of 9, obviously. So I'm watching, and I remember that Raffi, she was interviewed in the Ready Room, and she was speaking about her addictions and the demons. And this episode is just so much more poignant, because at some point Raffi rolls up on her son Gabe. He is actually, it looks like he's in a relationship with either Romulan or Vulcan. And after the attack, evidently on the Utopia Planitia, the Mars starship shipyard, she must have went buck wild and got into her own head. Everyone thought she was crazy, and she ignored her family and basically gave up. And they, years later, went on without her. And now she's rolled back up on them, looking to rebuild a relationship that her own demons and her addictions destroyed. Even in the 25th, 26th century, addiction is still a real thing. And it's so sad that to look at how drugs and also other mental health issues can destroy a person, and how it just doesn't affect just that person. They affect their families and potentially her grandkids. So this particular episode is real. And I did glimpse my play boyfriend Elnor as they prepare to extract, hopefully a not dead, Bruce Maddox from Free Cloud. But here we go. It looks like I may have about 18 more minutes, so here we go. Let's do this. And I'm probably going to need to throw another log on the fire, but it's feeling pretty good right now. He looks like Bubba Wallace from NASCAR fame. He really does, y'all. Homegirl, what's her name? Didn't kill Bruce Maddox. Bjayzl, we'll see though. But she looks like Marina Sirtis. Is this her twin sister? I wonder. And Dr. Girardi's a bigger dork than I am. Just saying. I need a cocktail. And I'm wondering, is 7 of 9 and this Bjayzl chick, they kind of sexually fluid, like some women can be. And she may have initially worked for her. And now when she went into heading the Fenris Rangers, this chick now feels betrayed, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. So, my play boyfriend Elnor is super fine but a little stupid. They actually have found Bruce Maddox while 7 of 9 has Bjayzl in a neck lock. I think she's going to end up killing her, which is going to be kind of cool. So Jay is gone, and she did disruptor fire in behalf of her son Ichib. Wow, that's crazy. And now we are back up on Rios' ship. And I thought those were Data's kids. So what is Maddox to the twins? I don't get it. Dude even has ligature marks around him. I think that poison was an anticoagulant. He even has ligature marks around his neck. That's crazy. It just blows my mind, and it mollifies me that when this little wizened old white dude falls out of grace of Starfleet, everything goes to hell. Maddox loses his way, Data gets killed, and it just sets a cascading amount of events. And what is this guy? So I'm wondering if the goofy the artifact. I wonder if she's going to be the one that raps out Picard. So basically, the twins were activated to find out about the lies, about the ban against the synthetics. And everybody is complicit in the lie. So here we go. And the artifact is in Romulan space. And I don't think Picard and his good graces are going to be able to, finagle his charming way in. Just saying. So who is the stowaway? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rafi's a stowaway because her son basically told go sit down somewhere. And I think this other doctor, Aggie, is going to kill him or finish him off as what the homegirl Bjayzl didn't kill. Just saying. I knew we couldn't trust that old blonde, goofy bitch. And she kills their only connection to Daj and Soji. That sucks. When you have a traitor among you right there. So the lead up to next week is just going to be even more exciting, and I can't wait to actually see it. So there's going to be more intrigue. There's going to be more just general craziness, it sounds like. So that's how I'm going to end this particular episode. And I hope you will, in fact, find as much joy as I did in watching it. And I'm going to tell you, warning, please watch the episode before you listen to this, because it's this particular publication is actually my episode is just full of spoilers. I'm just saying. So, as I always say, and how I always end my episode, I am always just so tickled pink on people that take the time to download and to listen to me. And I find that this episode or my podcast is a means for me of creative freedom as well as a form of therapy. I get to let out all the aggressions, and I get to read and read and read until I just can't read anymore. But if you don't have this type of outlet and you're struggling with depression and anxiety and addiction, please don't hesitate to dial 1-800-273-8255. 24/7 help is available to you through dialing that line, or suicidepreventionlifeline.org/chat. And if vodka is your problem, there's a 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-4357. Also, for 24/7 help with your addictions. There's TalkSpace and there's Doctor On Demand that you can also get help right where you are. Navigate to DalesAngelsInc.com for all special offers and update on nerd news. If you would like to, you can drop me a line at TNFro is reading@gmail.com or leave a non-trolly voicemail message at 423-463-0658. If you follow the instructions, I may actually read it on air. If you're tired of like what you're hearing, you're tired of freeloading, and you want to become a patron, navigate to patreon.podbean.com/thetalkingfro, or you can leave me a tip at paypal.me/FeliciaDAI. And again, I hope you enjoyed this episode just as much as I have enjoyed creating it. And until next time, bye y'all.